Go ahead, fire away.
Patrick, I know you don't want to be 0-2 to start the season. Just what's the feeling in the locker room after that game, and how are you going to try to move forward?
Yeah, I think just after the first 2 weeks, you let games slip away. We played two good football teams and made mistakes and big moments, stuff that we're not used to doing. But I think we're coming together as a team, man. I mean, when you deal with adversity, it's about how you deal with it. And obviously, this isn't how we wanted to start, but how are we going to respond? So I'm excited for the next few weeks to see who wants to be challenged and how we can get back and really get after it.
Does it feel a little disjointed offensively after this?
I mean, there's times, I think there's little things here and there. I mean, getting a ball batted, big play, missing some deep shots, things here and there that we didn't do at a high enough level. Even like the first throw and overthrowing Noah on that cover 2 look, I mean, seeing it right, just not making the throw. And so in this league, you got to make those throws, and I'll be better as the season goes on.
Can you take me through the throw to Travis there at the goal line? What were you seeing? What do you think went wrong on the play?
Yeah, I mean, we got the defense that we wanted. We expected them to play that 0-0 with the whole player with the safety. I think I threw it as a tad too early, just trying to put it on his body low before that whole player got there. And I think if I can put it more on his body and not so far out in front of him, then he can catch it, take the hit, and get in the end zone.
And you want to throw that a little bit low at the goal line, though, to give him a chance to dive across the end zone, right?
Yeah, you want to put it low, but more on his body. Whenever you're in those tight quarters like that, you want to give it to him, especially a bigger guy, more on his body where he can catch it, brace for that contact. We knew the whole player would be looking for him. I mean, that's one of our big targets down there in the red zone. And so he was breaking to kind of make a hit, and it was just unfortunate. The ball bounced up in the air and went right to him.
It seems like you guys are starting slower than you want to. What's your reason for maybe the slower starts these first 2 weeks?
I think this week, missing the throw to Noah hurts. I mean, we got a coverage that we expected, and when they play that zone coverage into the boundary, either it's going to kind of a high-low with Trav or Noah, and obviously the corner bit down on Travis, and you miss that throw, and it kind of kills the momentum of the first drive, and obviously we didn't get the third down right there, so just me executing at that moment. But it's kind of been throughout the whole team, it's one guy here or there. It's not like we're missing by much, and so I know it sucks to hear it for the fans, but I feel like we're close, and so all we can do is just continue to work and continue to get after it, and be ready to play the Giants next week.
How do you expect this team to respond?
I mean, knowing the guys in the locker room, man, I think they're going to respond by just working. I mean, that's how we've gotten to the point that we've gotten to in our career here in Kansas City, is that we believe the work kind of puts out the product. And so obviously we've never been 0-2, but we've had times where we've dealt with challenges before and lost games. And so I think the guys that we have in this locker room, they'll go back to work with that mindset of we're going to continue to work even harder, so that when we step in that field this next time, we can find a way to win in those big moments like we have in this first 2 weeks.
Do you think you might start lobbying for a quarterback sneak in those short yardage situations?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always up to it. We've put it in certain games, and I think you saw on the other fourth down we got it, we just ran with Kareem, and so I just trust in Coach Reed whatever he calls, and we've put it in, and you kind of have to get the right look, and we didn't think they were going to give us that right look this week.
Hey Patrick, you're running more, at least earlier in the season than in the past. Is that by design, philosophy, or just opportunities?
I think just kind of happened. They came out and played a little bit more man coverage there early in the game, and you saw I was able to use my feet because the guys were covering guys down the field, and so it just kind of has happened. But at the end of the day, I'm just a competitor. I'm just trying to win, and so whatever it takes, I'll do. And it's been running a few times early in this season, but we'll get back to passing the ball again, and hopefully be better at it as the season goes on.
How do you find that balance, like on that third down run, of when to lower your shoulder and take on a linebacker, and when to maybe protect yourself, or when are you going to dive for the goal line, that kind of thing?
Yeah, no, I think I do a good job of it. Just you said it. I mean, it's third down in the red zone. You want to get that first down and give ourselves a chance to score a touchdown there. And so I usually don't try to run over big guys. That was not that he hits hard, but it was a safety. So just so I can kind of hit and fall forward, not necessarily run over. I think I do a good job of protecting myself. And you have to be smart in those situations. And I just learned from experience.
Say, Patrick, how much of those scrambles are because you guys aren't finding other ways to move the ball?
I mean, I just take what the defense is giving us, and I'll go back and look on tape. I think the one big scramble that I had early in the game down the field. I think if I would have waited just a little bit longer, Juju ends up opening up in the spot that I ended up running. I kind of pumped to Juju, pumped to the running back, and then ran. I think if I just stretched my drop a little bit, I'd probably hit Juju for the same distance. And so that's the stuff I got to be better at. Got to trust in the guys; they're going to get open, and trust the offensive line and their blocking. And so take what the defense is giving you, and then let guys make plays down the field.
And I know you're missing a couple of receivers, right? But just in training camp, you had guys down the depth chart that stepped up and performed well. What do you pinpoint just the reason that it hasn't clicked in these first couple of weeks?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Like I said earlier, I mean, it's just like kind of one guy every play. I mean, you've seen there's me missing throws early in the game and late in the game, and then there's a batted ball, and I'm probably hitting Noah for a 15 to 20 yard completion over the middle, and then missing Juju early in the game. I know I was pressured, but hitting him on that. I mean, it's just little stuff here and there, and so. In this league, especially when you're playing good teams, playing good defenses, if you miss those little opportunities, those drives stall out. And so we'll play another great defense this week, and so it'll be another challenge for us. And I mean, all we can do is get back to work and continue to work so that we can kind of iron out those wrinkles and be better as an offense.
Last two, Todd, go ahead.
Patrick, the first drive, the second half, you guys went for the fourth down in your own territory. You guys run that play before, I think, a couple years ago, maybe in the Super Bowl for a first down. But did you think, hey, we're going for fourth down here? Was that surprising you to go for it at that point?
It's never surprising for me. I mean, I always want to go for it. Like that's just who I am, and I want to be aggressive and do that. And I know our defense, and I trust in our defense to get a stop. And obviously, we didn't get it. Defense holds it to a field goal. I mean, best that we can do in that situation. And you always second guess it when it doesn't work. You know, I mean, when it works, it's a good thing. When it doesn't work, it's a bad thing. But I'd rather be on the aggressive side of history than the non-aggressive side. So whatever Coach Reed does in that situation, I have full trust behind him, full confidence in it.
Conversely, you guys punted it later in the game. It looked like maybe that was a spot to go. It was a long deal, though. You were a little surprised you punted there?
No, I think the defense was getting stops, you know, and so they were getting stops, and it was 4th and 7. They had gotten some pressure on the play before, and so just trusting in your defense. You know, I think Coach Reed, I mean, he's done it for a long time, and he's won a lot of football games, and I think regardless of the decision, when he makes that decision, everyone on this team trusts it and has confidence in it, and that's why I think we've won as many games as we've won, and so. He's one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time, in making decisions like that. And so I just trust that he's going to make the right decision at the right time.
Last one, Todd.
I wanted to ask about a minute before the touchdown to Taekwon, there was a coverage bust and he was wide open. It felt a little bit like a wide open 3 on the wing.
Yep.
You know, what happened on that play, and how much is that one gonna haunt you a little bit?
Yeah, I think obviously I was looking at Taekwon early, and then right when I went to throw to Trav, because Trav was going to be wide open, I kind of pumped. Because I kind of pulled it, not even pump, I pulled it back out the corner bit on Trav, and then trying to reset real quick and making the throw. I think in those situations, especially kind of that 2-minute type situation, knowing that the guy's not as fresh, and obviously you don't know it's going to be wide open, but just trying to put the ball on his head and let him make a play and learn from it. I mean, later in that drive, throwing it where he can make a play on the ball and trusting in him. So that's stuff I got to continue to get better at. You know, like hitting those deep shots early, because even though we hit the touchdown later, if you hit that touchdown with maybe 2 more minutes on the clock, you might have a chance to get the football back. And so it's something that I'll look at, learn from, and try to be better this next time.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.